What is up, guys? This is Ghost Yoshi. I just wanted to say before the video starts to make sure you guys like and subscribe. I know that a lot of you guys are watching this video and are not subscribed, and I would actually love it if you guys could subscribe. It really helps me out a lot, especially as a small creator. If you have any suggestions after watching the episode or even from other episodes, please leave it in the comments. I try and respond to as many comments as I can, and it really helps me make these episodes better. Alright, I'll pass it to my past self. What is up, everybody? This is Ghost Yoshi, and welcome back to episode 6 of All the Mods 9 to the Skies. So, last episode we made this mob farm, and it's been a couple days, and I've let it run for a little bit, and actually, it's pretty much filled up. Between episodes, I made these item pipes here, which I think I showed 2 episodes ago. I made the energy one. They're just from the pipes mod, so I can show you the recipe here. And they just allow for items to be pushed and pulled from different inventories. Very helpful. And what I was able to do is I actually made these upgrades here, these advanced pipe upgrades, using diamonds, redstone, gold, and iron. And it allowed me to filter out the items that have NBT data, so non-stackable items. And we actually have this entire chest filled with items now, so we're kind of getting backlogged, so I'm going to work on that today. I also fixed our little issue of having the spiders sit up here. I just added these mob mashers to the point where they don't kill the spiders when they fall down and transfer into cave spiders. But instead they just damage them and they will fall straight through into the bottom chamber there. I also added this extra vacuum hopper here, or absorption hopper, with these radius upgrades on them, which is just obsidian, ender pearls, redstone, and a hopper. And what that did is it allowed me to make this huge area for it to pick up items, where it will grab items that drop here for when the baby slimes fall through the thing. So those are the small little upgrades that I did in between episodes. But this episode, all I really want to work on is upgrades a little bit and trying to progress in the pack. So the first thing I want to do is get to the Nether. That way we can upgrade this chest here and get netherite so we have more space, as well as upgrading these to the tier 5 stack upgrade, which will be pretty helpful for us. So to do that, I need a bunch of obsidian, which I actually did get off episode. I got 60 here, extra obsidian. So I could go to the Nether now, which I actually might do, just so I can go find a bastion. So I think I'm gonna make this Nether portal up in the mob farm, just so it's like hidden away from places. So let's see. Let's make it up here. Let's do right here. Actually, wait. I don't think that's gonna work very well, considering I have to get in those chambers there. So instead of putting it here, let's mine that. Let's put it. Let's put it here in this doorway here. And I'm gonna make it a little bigger than a normal Nether portal, just so it looks nice. And I'm gonna have it fit right into this window here. And mine this out. Alright, and bam. Alright, so now we have our Nether portal set up. Let me make sure no mobs can spawn here. I'm just gonna place these torches back just in case. So now we have our Nether portal. We're gonna go through. And I'm pretty sure the Nether in this mod pack is just void. Yeah. Okay, that is a little bit ominous. So, oh sweet, we got another fortress right here, which is really nice. Actually, let me waypoint this portal real quick. I'm probably gonna cut and go off and see if I can find a bastion, because that is the only way to get the netherite upgrades. But let me set this up. I'm gonna make it a little purple. And yeah, okay, that way we at least know where the portal is now. So we can get back to it whenever we need to. But yeah, I'm gonna cut here. Oh. I'm gonna cut and I'm gonna go see if I can find a bastion real quick. And I will be back when I do find one. Alright, so I found a bastion. I think this is the right one. I'm not really sure. When you're flying around the nether, one thing I realized that came in really helpful is if you look at the mini-map, you can actually see where the bastions are. I actually passed one on my way here. I didn't even notice. Yeah, you can just see like where each bastion is. I think this is the right one for the netherite upgrades. I really am not sure. I haven't played vanilla since those netherite upgrades came out. I think these guys are all going to be hostile though, because I'm not wearing gold, so I am going to kill them here. Oh, also between episodes, I got saturation, strength, and I think that's it. I got it from the ability totems from the mob farm. So those come in really handy if you can get those. The mob farm spawns so many of them. So I'm just gonna hopefully get as many things as possible. Oh. Some guy spawned in, I guess. I don't know what that means. Okay, right here. Yeah, there should be chests here. Okay, there are. Alright, so... Oh, these are looter chests, okay. Ancient debris, nice. So a lot of this stuff is stuff that, like, isn't super helpful, I don't think. Like I don't think the nether wood is useful, but some of it could be useful. So I'm just gonna grab as much as I can out of these chests. Like I'm not gonna take this gold armor. I'm gonna throw that out. But we're gonna see. I'm not sure if I think it spawns in there maybe, if I remember correctly from what I've seen with these bastions. Okay, and then we go across, kill these brutes. Because I have the saturation now, I actually take a lot less damage. And the strength really helps me dealing damage, so it's pretty nice. That was probably dumb. I hit the... Oh, because I insta-killed them? They're not aggro. That's nice. Okay. Don't hit the zombie pigman. I always forget that when I'm playing. This is the guy that spawned. I'm probably going to one-shot him, so I don't really want to fight him yet. Okay, there are chests along the walls. That's what I thought. Oh, perfect. I needed crying obsidian. Okay, so crying obsidian is something that I'm going to use later, and that's exactly what I need. The smithing template is the actual thing we needed today. So, let's grab whatever we can out of this. Let's see what we can throw out. So I can just throw this out. I'm going to throw both of those out. I feel like they should have added like a piglin boss or something. Oh, someone else spawned in. I don't know. Oh, I got another one. Okay, perfect. So, the more of these smithing templates that I get, the better. Because they will allow us to duplicate them using our diamonds from sieving, which is what we're going to do, because I do not have time to keep coming into the nether to grab these. So this is hopefully going to be the only time we have to come into the nether to grab these smithing templates, because personally I do not like coming into the nether, especially when it's a void world. It's just not something I enjoy. And let's go in the middle and see what we can get here from this. Whoa! Okay, there's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Okay, I'm going to probably transfer a lot of the stuff that I got back to the base. And then I'm going to come back and get all of this stuff. So I will come back when I get it all and I transfer it back to the base. I will be right back. Alright, so I'm back. I got a fair bit of stuff from the Nether there. I got 4 smithing templates. I actually got this snout armor trim and a bunch of like gems and stuff. A lot of stuff I don't have any idea what it will do yet. But what we are going to do is I'm going to take I guess 2 of these 2 chests here. And I'm going to make let's see, where is it? Basic to netherite, this right here. So I'm going to need 2 basic upgrades here. I think it's just redstone torch and iron. So let's get that, 2 here. Not really sure why that is on the side there. But let's see, a little bit of iron. I know last episode I said I was going to sieve a little bit off camera. I did, but it wasn't very much, so there's not much to like show from it. As far as iron goes, there should be a lot in the mob farm from zombies that drop it. So I'm not super worried on that as of right now. Let's get that. Let's get some diamonds here. Should be that, and then as far as the netherite one goes, put that in the wrong chest. As far as the netherite one goes, let's see what it needs. So it just needs 1 netherite ingot with the diamond. So I think this can be turned into part of a netherite ingot. I don't think there's a way to turn it into more than just part of a netherite ingot. Yeah. So let's actually make a squeezer here. Let's do this again. Just so I can get this out of the way, get a good amount of netherite scrap going. And I do have a button. I just want to try and get as much netherite here as possible, even though I will set up a way for me to be getting more netherite as the episode progresses. So let's mine this and this, and get 4 gold. Those. Should be 4 and 4 if I remember correctly. Yeah, that makes 1 netherite. Okay. And then we can do this. So what this will do is make this into a netherite chest, allowing it to store more. And what I'm going to actually do here is I'm going to... Ooh, a little bit of lag there. Nice, completed a quest. I'm going to take this tape here, if I can find it. I made this in between episodes. It just allows you to move the sophisticated storage chests. I'm going to take... Actually, wait. I'm going to leave this here. I want to get the upgrades first for that, so I'm not going to quite do that yet. So what I do want to do, though, is start working on automating some blocks here so we can get netherite. So if you look... Netherite actually requires you to get these netherites, or this ancient debris, which you can get from sieving, but the only thing you can get from sieving is blackstone. So you need to automate blackstone, and the way to automate blackstone production is through, we can either do like witch water like we were doing for the lava, or we can make this thing called the extractor, which makes our lives a lot easier, and to do that we actually need ice. So currently we cannot do it because we don't have blue ice, but we might be able to make it a different way. So right now what I need to do is just make it through normal sieving and getting blackstone, which I think I have a little bit of. Yeah, a little bit of blackstone. I can get that from the nether. But what I do want to do now is make this thing that is in the quest. It's called this hyper box. And what this is, basically makes a like pocket universe for us to have space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, back to the mob farm, grab some of these ender pearls, and get some of the crying obsidian that we just got out of the nether. Where is it at? It's right here. And I'm going to make, let's make 2 of them. 2 hyper boxes. And what these do is you're actually able to like just place them down. I'm going to actually place it right here in the middle of the platform. And I'm going to say, I'm going to call this block. Or actually, I'm going to say automation hub. And the reason for this is this is going to be the hyperbox that I'm going to use to, I don't know what all these apertures are. Oh, I guess they're exit and entrance points. I'm going to use this hyperbox as a little hub for us to put more hyperboxes in. So I'm actually going to take it and I'm going to put 1 more here. So now this one is named Block Farm 1, which is exactly what we wanted it to be named. And this one is named Automation Hub. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an obsidian farm using the same method that we made obsidian last time. So what I'm going to need some stone barrels. Actually, I think 1 stone barrel will be sufficient. So I'm just going to take this. And let's replace that block there. Because we're not going to need that much obsidian at a time. We're going to get some pipes, if I have any left. There we do. We need this pipe wrench. And then we need to get some of these crucibles, some netherrack, and some fire, as well as a cobblestone generator. So what I'm going to do, let's see, do I have any clay? I do, I have a good amount of clay. And I'm going to take this clay, I guess I can't craft it into a thing, so I'm gonna break it down into its clay balls, and I will go get some bones to make porcelain crucibles. Let's do like 16. I'm gonna open up my crafting grid here. So we got 5 here. Also, I added my crafting table on a stick into my baubles, and I changed the keybind for it. So now if I press C, it still does this like weird thing where it says like you don't have any configurable items in your inventory. But it also opens up a crafting grid, so it just allows me to craft on the go whenever I need to, which is super helpful. So we got these porcelain clays there. Get that. Get that. And get that. So that's 3. And we actually need 2 more. So I need to quickly make more lava here. Alright, so I think I got all the resources I need to set up this obsidian farm. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here, go into our automation hub, go over to our block farm, and I'm going to start setting this up. So we have the 5 porcelain crucibles, and I'm actually going to set this up fairly high up here. I'm going to put these here. And I'm going to put the 5 netherracks below it with the 5 fires going like that. And then I'm going to put this cobblestone generator there, and that's going to quickly start making cobblestone. And what I'm going to do, whoa, why did that move everything in my inventory? What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these item pipes here from the pipes mod with my wrench, and I'm going to, oh my lord, I'm having trouble. I'm going to do that, and it should start extracting the cobblestone very slowly, but it is extracting it. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put this in there, so it's going to start extracting a little faster, and it will take and make all of these crucibles. It will give them all their cobblestone. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up our little farm here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put the barrel here, I think. And I'm going to put water there. So now I should be able to not do that. Okay, there we go. Got the water placed correctly where I want it to be placed. And now that that water is placed there, I should be able to take these fluid pipes. I should be able to attach them all to these crucibles here. And I should be able to take this wrench again. And I should make them all extract from the crucibles. And what that should do is that should fill up with obsidian. Yep. Okay, so what it's doing is it's pulling the lava out of the crucibles, putting it into the barrel as I did last episode for making the obsidian. And it is then just converting the lava straight into obsidian. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this item pipe, put it at the bottom there. I'm going to put this drawer here. I know this is not the best setup for it, but that should now pull the obsidian out and put it in the drawer. Let me see. So I'm going to put that in there. Let's see. There we go. So yeah, it's now creating infinite obsidian through these, just from the cobblestone into the crucibles turning into lava. The lava is going into the barrel, creating obsidian, and over time that obsidian will be stored in this barrel, and I will be able to pull out compact obsidian if I need to. And I'm also going to put this copper upgrade on it just so I can store a little bit more obsidian than I would if I didn't have it on there. So yeah, this will now passively go, and it will be chunk loaded because it is loaded through the chunk that is in my base, which is really nice. Eventually, I'm going to upgrade that and make a ender chest to send all the items out into the overworld, so I don't have to have them stored in the machine that I have there. But now what I'm going to work on is looking at this quest here in the quest book for Xycraft, and what I can make here is something called Kiwi, which to do that I need this igneous extruder, which I need inbar, glass, constantan, which is just nickel, copper, and a fire charge. So let's see. Let's make some fire charges here. Charge, it's just gunpowder, blaze powder, and coal. So let's get a little bit of gunpowder here. Should have more than enough. And making this kiwi will allow us to start automating and make like blackstone to get more netherite. And that is overall the final goal, is to just start getting netherite as quickly as possible. So what I need here is this. Oh, I have a whole bunch of gunpowder in here. I didn't even realize it. And coal. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a bunch of fire charges. And I'm going to get copper and nickel. And that should make constantan. And then I need invar, which is just nickel and iron. I'm gonna make a bunch of that also. And now we need the igneous extruder. So we need to make this, 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 and this. And most of it is fairly simple, like vanilla recipes, like a piston and let's get a little more of that. Some more iron nuggets. Okay, so let's see. Should be able to make this. We should be able to make the piston. Should be able to make the constantan gear. Now all we need is the glass, which we have. And there we go. Okay, so we made the igneous extruder. Now put all of this back. Put it away. And what this igneous extruder does is it basically works to pull blocks from things. So in this case, I can make like soulstone or stone or cobblestone, and it just passively generates blocks, almost like the obsidian machine that we had back there that we just made. So what we're actually gonna do is go through here and look at the quests. So it says making kiwi. So it's a machine for getting kiwi without having kiwi, which is what we need to do. So kiwi now, the main block that we're looking for, is just obsidian with water and lava next to it. So let's see, do I have any lava here? I do. I have one bucket. I'm actually gonna make more here. And I'm gonna pull this one bucket out. And I'm gonna get another bucket. And we're gonna make some kiwi. So we're gonna need this storage drawer. And let's make another copper upgrade. What is it called? What's the mod? Functional storage. Okay. And so I need to make a bunch more chests. I need to eventually chop down more trees as I'm very low on wood. It's fine though, we will make it work. Tree harvesting is not that big of an issue. I can do that off camera, as I'm sure all of you know how to chop down a tree in Minecraft. At this point, it's fairly self-explanatory. And we're gonna get 2 copper blocks. We're gonna make this. Okay, so now what we can do is we can come over here, go back into our little hub here, and we can see this should still be working. Yep, it's at 2 and 26 now. But what I'm gonna also do now, next to this, I'm gonna set up our little kiwi machine. I'm gonna take one of our obsidian here. I'm gonna put down, let's see, right here. Put that down, put the igneous extruder on top. And then what we have to do is we need blocks. I forgot those real quick. Actually, what I can do is just this. I can go /home. That should send me back to the base. And let's get our slabs back. And then I can do /back, which will send me right back to where I was before I did /home. So we're back in here. And now all that I need to do is put lava here, and then water here, and that should be making kiwi. Yep. Okay, so now we have kiwi set up, and what I can do is I can take this and put this drawer here and have this pump the kiwi straight into that drawer and upgrade that drawer. Did that work? Okay, yeah, it did. So what this kiwi can be used for is making Xycraft machines. And the main Xycraft machine that we need is this right here, this extractor. And what this allows us to do is to make a lot of things. Let's make one of them to try and get the blackstone going. But before I do that, I actually need to get ice here. So it says the easiest method is alchemistry. Okay, so let's do that, alchemistry. And we need an atomizer, which is, oh, it's just iron. Okay. So let's do this. This doesn't seem too bad. Oops, that is compressed cobblestone. We need normal cobble. Right here. Redstone, iron, and we need to make 2 cauldrons, 2 pistons, and then we should be able to make it. Okay, so we got the atomizer, and then we need the compactor. This right here, which is just 2 more pistons, and 2 stone pressure plates. So let's quickly make that. Okay, so now we should have the materials needed to make the compactor and hopefully to make ice. Let's see. Let's put these items back here. It's the wrong chest for that. And we're going to need to set these up with power, so we're just going to put them right there. And yeah, so this one should be filling up with power, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bucket of water, and I'm going to put that water straight into the atomizer, which should be making H2O. Perfect, it did. So it just turned the liquid water into its chemical compound. And what now I'm going to do is I'm going to take this chemical compound and put it straight into the compactor. And what that will do is it will make us ice. So I will be back when I get enough to make some blue ice. Alright, so we got our blue ice here, which is perfect. And we also have a little bit of packed ice, which is really nice. But so to make this go a little bit faster, what I actually made was this thing here called the sink. And what it is it's this thing from Cooking for Blockheads, but it basically works as an infinite water source. So I got rid of our water source here, and I can just bring a bucket over to it and get water whenever I need. So I just pumped water into this atomizer and then pumped the H2O item into the compactor to make ice. So while that was working, I actually set up a couple more block automators in here. I set up one for diorite, which is just a normal cobblestone generator setup, but instead of cobblestone there you have diorite. I also set up the one for andesite, which is the same thing as the diorite one, and I set up this cobbled deep slate one, which is similar to a cobblestone generator, but instead you have packed ice there. And this extractor works similar to this igneous extruder, but it works a little bit faster. So to get this blackstone one working, we actually do need to place this blue ice there. And then one other thing that we need is we need to get this soul soil, which that's actually the basalt recipe, but if I go to the blackstone, we still need the soul soil. And the way to get that is by getting a barrel and using lava and soul sand. So what I can do is I can go home again. Okay, yeah, so it had to be in a stone barrel. So just keep that in mind when you're making it, that you just need to place it in a stone barrel. And I actually need another one here for the basalt later that I'm going to set up. I'll probably set that up in between episodes, considering it's not really a huge setup to make that little machine. But now what I can do is I can go /back, and I can come back in here and place this soul soil underneath this blackstone, and now we should see that we're getting blackstone. So this blackstone can be then used to hammer and get netherite, which was the main goal for today, was to get the netherite. But also I noticed that since we have slime now from the mob farm and we now have access to ice, we should be able to complete this chapter by the end of this episode. So I'm actually going to go sieve for a bit. But first, I did want to set up more ice automation. So blue ice here. And then I'm going to have my extractor here. And I'm going to waterlog that. So now if I place that on top, it is producing ice. Perfect. So now we have infinite ice going here. And I can put this in. And we'll have room for one more automator on this level. And then I'll move down one level for the next automator. So I'm going to quickly go and cut here. And I'm going to get some blackstone sieved up. Hopefully get some netherite. So we can go quickly upgrade that mob farm. And then that should be it for today. Okay, so I did a little bit of sieving, upgraded all of my meshes to netherite meshes, as well as I made, if I do /back here, I made this into netherrack. That way I can use it to reproduce the templates that I had, the smithing template, because I needed netherrack for that. So I was able to do that and then get all of my smithing templates done. I also made one stack upgrade tier 5. So I'm now going to make the other stack upgrade tier 5 on camera with you guys. So there we go. So now we got both of them. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take these item pipes, this tape, wherever it is right here, this tape. I'm going to take my wrench, alright, and this advanced item upgrade. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. I'm going to tape up this box, and I'm going to break it. Make sure I grab it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, get these 2 netherite chests that we made earlier in the episode. And I'm going to place these 2 here. And I'm going to put these 2 stack upgrades in there. That will allow much more items to be stacked in this chest. And then quickly I'm going to take this chest here, put this there, and that, and add this to it. And that should quickly start moving all the items from this chest into the other chest for storage. One last thing before I end the episode is I wanted to quickly come here and finish up the first chapter of quests with you guys. So let's come over here and grab some slime balls. Need to make a block of slime. And there we go, chapter complete, getting started. So, we have officially completed the first chapter of the quest here. We can claim all of this, claim that. And actually, now that we have ice, I can also check this and claim all of this. It said the chapter was completed again, which is kind of funny. But yeah, that should be everything for this episode. So, I appreciate you guys watching, and like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.